Hey everyone, welcome back to Gamecasters, and it's been a minute since I've done a video for Diablo 3. Now, reason being is I've been working a lot more lately, so I haven't really had time to keep you guys updated on things. Now, I am making this video for Xbox One, and the console versions of the game pretty much. The Xbox and PlayStation versions are pretty much on the same par, other than maybe a couple of bugs or something here and there. But so far, this is a update for Wizard in Season 15, which the special event for Season 15, if you haven't started taking part in this new season, is bounties reward twice as much loot for the season, which is super amazing because now it makes it a lot easier to do your re-rolls and get all your bounty materials. Now, as for Wizard in Season 15, you could basically go back and watch my Season 14 video for it. Um, Nothing has really changed on the Energy Twister Wizard for console. There is one passive that has changed, and that will be using Blur. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys the top person on here. My leaderboards are being weird. It's not showing me currently, but last season, um, I ended at rank 105, and I went to GR 111 with a time of 14:56 at the end. Now, that was me stopping playing around 3 weeks before the end of the season, and I still topped out at 105. When I climbed, I was at, I believe, around rank 85 to 90, somewhere in that general radius. And the build pushes. Um, Had I had more time to build out my gear and everything, I probably could have pushed a lot higher, but life. But anyways, so I'm just going to show you the top guy on the leaderboard right now, just to give you an idea of what you're going to be needing. Again, like I said, you could just go back and watch my Season 14 video. That one pretty much explains all the details you'll need to know. The build still runs Death Wish. You're running the Magnum Opus set, which is the one that gives you the enemies affected by your slow time for 5 seconds after exiting take 3,800 increased damage from your Arcane Orb, Energy Twister, and etc. Energy Twister is really the only thing that matters in that set bonus. That 3,800% increase to the damage is what really matters. Um, while slow time is active and allies inside of it, you take 60% reduced damage. And casting Energy Twister reduces the cooldown of slow time by 3 seconds. Now, this is why you're going to be manually activating Energy Twister every now and again, because the manually activated ones get more damage than the ones that you defaultly cast from your Etch Sigils ability. Now, the only thing that has really changed again is people are running Blur now. Blur gives you damage reduction, which I understand why people are running that instead this season, because the build really is like super weak in terms of survivability. You're literally a glass cannon. You are meant to kill things before they can kill you. Avoid anything that's too strong at all costs, or wait until your resources are stacked up, hit them while your Convention of Elements is active, and kill them as fast as possible. Getting enemies into like a corner or a tight hallway is preferable because the damage gets compressed into that one small area and it's hitting more enemies faster in that small radius. The Energy Twisters, which is one small problem I had with this build, is that you can't exactly control where they go once you fire them off. The initial hit will hit them, but they just kind of go off on their own and spread out. So having large groups of enemies at once is preferable to going after single target enemies. So if you're fighting an elite pack, for instance, you want to pull ads towards that elite pack or pull the elite pack towards ads so you can get that increased damage off of hitting multiple enemies. But other than those couple of things I had to mention, the other passes are still the same. You're still running Unstable Anomaly, Illusionist, Power Hungry, Teleport with Safe Passage on it, Arcane Torrent with Static Discharge, Magic Weapon Conduit, Slow Time, Exhaustion, Energy Twister with Raging Storm, Storm Armor with Power of the Storm. Your cubed items are the Twisted Sword, Mantle of Channeling, and Halo of Tyranny. Now, there is one thing I have to mention about this. You don't have to cube the Halo of Tyranny or the Twisted Sword. You could cube the Death Wish if you get a primal of the Twisted Sword rather than the Death Wish. You just swap them out for whichever one you have a better version of. So, say you get a primal Death Wish, then you would obviously cube your Twisted Sword. But if you get a primal Twisted Sword, you'll cube the Death Wish. Same thing goes for Halo of Tyranny. If you get one of your rings, the Convention of Elements, or the Compass Rose, you could cube that one instead. So it just all matters on which one you get a primal of first. But beyond that, whichever one you cube and wear doesn't matter as long as the one you're wearing is better than the one that you're going to cube. Which last season I ended up getting a primal Twisted, so I cubed the Death Wish instead of cubing the Twisted. Your belt is Hergbrash's Binding, which reduces the arcane power cost of Torrent, Disintegrate, and Ray of Frost, which Torrent is what matters there because while you're channeling Arcane Torrent, you're firing off tornadoes, and that's reducing the power cost of anything that comes off of that. Other than that, everything's still pretty much the same. Still running the Traveler's Pledge, Bane of the Trapped, Zai's Stone of Vengeance, and Bane of the Stricken as your legendary gems, obviously. Compass Rose, Convention of Elements, Etch Sigil, the Magnum Opus set. And like I said about the weapons, and everything looks to be the same. This guy here that I'm looking at has pushed up to 121. He's got about the same amount of time I had on a 111 last season, and we're still 2 months away from the end of this season. We're only a month into the season, so you still have a lot of time to catch up and really compete. I wouldn't suggest starting maybe a couple of weeks before the end of the season, however, because it does really take a lot of time to build out your character and get the gear, and you might climb in the top like 200 at the most, but unless you're playing consistently every day and all that, then the last couple of weeks really isn't worth jumping in. A couple of people know this. I was like, I would wait till next season, get a head start as soon as the season begins, jump in, plan out your weeks, and figure out what works best for you. Last season, we had a system where on Monday we would run bounties, and on Tuesday we would run Nephilim Rifts, which those Nephilim Rifts in that day should cover all your Greater Rift keys for the entire week. Then on Wednesday we would run bounties again. Thursdays and Fridays we would run GRs. And then on the weekend we would just run whatever we didn't get the best of out of the week days. And obviously that schedule would change up. As long as we had 2 GR days during the week, 2 bounty days during the week, and a Nephilim day, we were set. Running Nephilim Rifts for just a couple of hours a day, you'll be netting around 100 keys for GRs, just depending on how fast you're running them. If you have a 4-man group, you could probably net about 200 keys. But if you're solo GR or solo Nephilim rifting, then you know. And also when you're running Nephilim rifts, you're getting Death Wishes for your rare upgrades and all your other Kanai's Cube stuff. You're getting legendaries. You have a chance to open up a portal to you guys know what I'm talking about. For some reason the name evades me right now. Uh, place with all the teddy bears and stuff. Uh, you have a chance to go get rings towards the treasure goblin area. Go fight greed, do all that kind of stuff. It's just more legendaries you get, the more rerolls you can do, and you guys understand. So that's about all I have to update you guys in this video. I will be doing more stuff soon. I'm not sure how much I'll be doing uh, myself in Diablo 3 this season. I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on in it and on the classes. But so far, it's pretty much the same as last season. I think Demon Hunter is running a different build this season. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. Um, I know we've been getting a lot of information about D4 and rumored Diablo games and new stuff at Overwatch's Blizzcon. Or not Overwatch's Blizzcon, what am I saying? Blizzard's Blizzcon. I'm thinking of Overwatch because I've been doing Junkenstein's Revenge on there. But anyways, that's all there is to talk about today. So I will see you guys in the next video. If you like this one, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to see more videos of this, let me know. There should be a donation button on the page. That would really help out. I haven't had a whole lot of time to do videos because of work, and I'm trying my best to keep up with you guys on the comments on the old videos, and hopefully I can keep up and help you guys out. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.